This game is pretty good.
Crash Bandicoot was, and still is to some degree, a video game icon. Crash helped define the PlayStation 1 with the first 3 games that was developed by Naughty Dog. When the time came to make a new Crash game for the next generation of consoles, aka the PlayStation 2, the original Xbox and the GameCube, Traveler's Tales got together with Universal Studios to create and publish Crash Bandicoot: The Wrath of Cortex, which we will be taking a look at today. Now this was one of my first Xbox games that I played, period, and I have fond memories playing this game. It was so much fun. However, your opinion and demands for quality increases as you get older. At least that's true for me. When I was 10 years old, I could play almost any piece of shit video game and still have a blast, but not Superman 64, but every other game. But nowadays, I look at games in a different way. So let's see if this 3D platformer from 2001 still holds up. My name is Ray and let's get into the review. First, let's go over the story in this game. And oh boy, it's about as simple as you can make a story. The game starts off with an in-game cutscene where the bad guys try to come up with a new master plan to destroy Crash once and for all. Dr. Neo Cortex claims that he is building the ultimate weapon, but that he needs the elementals in order to power it. The elementals are these 4 different masks that each represent their own element. Here's the thing, the masks, they are barely explained. We know that they exist, but we don't know how Neo and Uka Uka managed to just spawn them out of nowhere. Their personalities are very simplistic too. The game consists of 5 different worlds for Crash to go through. Each world has 5 levels and then 1 boss battle. There's also plenty of things to collect in this game. In each level you'll find a crystal near the end, but you can also get gems if you take a harder route that's only open if you've never previously died on that level, and you can also get relics by playing the time trial mode. So how is the gameplay? Well, it's pretty darn good. Crash is not difficult to control and his speed is just about right for a hallway platformer like this. Crash can spin, jump, slide, belly slam and slide jump. You also get to play as Coco for like 10 seconds, but she is a gimped Crash. She cannot slide or slide jump. Instead she has this attack. Yeah, you're not gonna win many battles with that one, Coco. Before I get into the levels and how they play, I just need to point out that the levels themselves do not match the element where they are placed. For example, the first level in the game is a snow level, despite the world being Earth. And in the fire section there's an ice level? Oh, come on! The regular Crash/Coco levels are fine. These levels are the most fun to play since they don't try too hard to be different. They build on a strong platform foundation with power-ups, enemies and collectibles. They do tend to throw in a vehicle here and there, but I can kind of tolerate that. Something that I can't tolerate, however, is the water portion of this game. Water levels such as Seashell Shenanigans and Coral Canyon will make you feel empty inside. So empty. Like when your girlfriend left you. You're all alone. You have no one. You're a fucking loser. These are some of the most frustrating levels along with the other half-baked vehicle levels that we will get into later. So you might be asking, Ray, what makes these levels so terrible? Well, multiple things. For starters, the area in which you get hit from enemies, the hitbox if you will, is way too big. You'll get hit as long as you breathe the same air as your enemy. Secondly, enemies just come out of the blue and kill you. Remember the intro of this video? Let's view it one more time, shall we? These water levels make me want to crash. See what I did there? Anyway, let's move on to some good levels. Spoiler alert, I was joking. I was joking. We have more bad levels to cover, so let's go. Now this level is just unpolished. For you guys out there, you know when you're sitting there at home jerking off and you have no idea where it's going to land? That's exactly how it feels to play this level. You have very little control over the movement of your car, and being close to the other cars is enough to slow you down significantly. And don't get me started on the placement of traps. I raged quite a bit. Okay, so I'm not going to go over every single level that has an issue, because then this review would be 30 minutes long, but this game has both pros and cons, so let's list them right now. First, the pros. I think that the visuals holds up really well. Now you have to think about the fact that this game is from 2001, so it's almost 16 years old, and to my eyes it looks very good considering its age. The environments are really diverse with a lot of detail, making the journey through these levels a blast. There's at least 14 stages that I would consider somewhat decent. Now here's some of the biggest cons. It's a very short game. For being a full $60 on release, there's not a whole lot of content in this game. There's only 35 levels, and that's if you include every boss fight and every bonus stage. My final rating for this game is my X out of 10. Sure, we had some good times together, but when I look back at my relationship, I only remember the horrible parts. The parts where she cheated on me, or the time when she spent all our money to a new vehicle, just for the sake of throwing in a new vehicle into the mix. What a bitch.
So that is my review of Crash Bandicoot: The Wrath of Cortex. Now if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and smash that like button. It took some time to put all of this together, but it was fun and I enjoyed the game to some, degree. But it has its flaws, so I wanted to showcase that games that we played as a child, they're not perfect. And I remember this game being a lot better than now when I played it. So it's interesting, but I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. My name is Ray. Take care.